How can one of the smallest countries on Earth feed so much of the world? The Netherlands is smaller than the state of West Virginia, yet it's the third largest agricultural exporter on the planet. Bigger than China, bigger than India, bigger than countries hundreds of times larger. So, how did they pull this off? And why might their farming success actually spark a crisis at home? Let's find out. The miracle of Dutch farming. Despite making up just 1% of Europe's farmland, the Netherlands produces 6% of Europe's food. That's staggering. They grow 1.5 million tons of onions, nearly 1 million tons of tomatoes, and export billions of dollars worth of potatoes every year. The secret? Dutch greenhouses. Nearly 24,000 acres of crops are grown under glass, an area almost twice the size of Manhattan. These futuristic farms operate year-round, use 90% less water, 97% fewer pesticides, and produce yields 10 times greater than conventional fields. 1 acre of Dutch greenhouse equals 10 acres of traditional farmland. For example, to grow 1 pound of tomatoes in China, it takes 34 gallons of water. The global average, 28 gallons. In the Netherlands, just half a gallon. Add to that drones, sensors, and robots monitoring soil, water, and plant health, and you have one of the most efficient farming systems in the world. But this success didn't appear out of nowhere. It's rooted in a national tragedy. The Hunger Winter. During World War II, in the winter of 1944 to 45, the Netherlands faced a devastating famine. German forces cut off food and fuel shipments. The winter was brutally cold. City residents walked miles in freezing conditions to trade valuables for potatoes. Others survived on tulip bulbs and sugar beets. Rations dropped to just 580 calories per day. By the end of it, more than 22,000 people had died. This event became known as the Hunger Winter. For the Dutch, the memory was seared into national consciousness. After the war, food security became a national priority. The government pushed farmers to modernize, mechanize, and specialize. Farmers received subsidies for modern equipment. Research and education were focused entirely on boosting yields. Between 1950 and 1980, Dutch agricultural output increased by more than 60%, even as farmland shrank due to urbanization. Out of tragedy, the Dutch built a farming system designed never to let their people starve again. Food Valley and Seed Valley. The Netherlands didn't just modernize farming, they turned it into high-tech science. At the center of this revolution is Wageningen University and Research. It's the world's top institution for agricultural science, often called the Harvard of farming. Surrounding it is Food Valley, the Silicon Valley of agriculture. Over 1,500 companies, labs, and startups are clustered there. Giants like Coca-Cola, Nestlé, and Cargill all have R&D centers nearby. Here, researchers develop new methods in food safety, crop science, packaging, and automation. Innovations that are quietly shaping how the world eats. And it doesn't stop there. In North Holland, there's Seed Valley, home to some of the world's leading seed companies. These firms engineer climate-resistant, higher-yield crops. One company, Enzazaden, developed a tomato-resistant to a devastating virus, a process that once took a decade, now done in half. The time, thanks to molecular breeding. Today, vegetables grown from Dutch-developed seeds are eaten by 2.5 billion people in over 100 countries. A country of just 18 million people, influencing agriculture for billions worldwide. Geography in Rotterdam. Advantage geography also plays a role. Much of Dutch farmland is reclaimed land called polders. Once underwater, these lands were engineered into flat, fertile farmland with nutrient-rich soil, a blank slate for intensive agriculture. And when it comes to exports, the Netherlands has another advantage: Rotterdam Port. It's the largest port in Europe. Much of Europe's imports and exports flow through it. This inflates Dutch export numbers because many goods pass through Rotterdam before being re-exported. For example, the Netherlands is the world's largest importer of cocoa beans, but much of it is re-exported after processing. Still, the Netherlands isn't just a middleman. Their agricultural efficiency is real, but it's also becoming a problem. The other side of the story. Efficiency comes at a cost. The Netherlands has one of the highest livestock densities in Europe. Nearly 4 million cattle, 10 million pigs, and 100 million chickens live in a very small area. The result? Massive nitrogen emissions. Nitrogen runoff pollutes soil and water, kills biodiversity, and creates serious air pollution. By 2019, Dutch nitrogen emissions were so high that the nation's top court declared it a crisis. Overnight, 18,000 construction projects, from homes to highways, were frozen until emissions could be reduced. The government's solution? Cut the livestock herd by half by 2030. Farmers were furious. They had already reduced emissions by 2/3 since 1990. Now, after decades of government policy encouraging growth, they were suddenly told to shrink. Thousands took to the streets. Tractors blocked highways. Hay bales were set on fire. Dutch flags were flown upside down as a symbol of protest. These protests didn't fade away. They grew into a political movement, the Farmer Citizen Movement, which won the most seats in the 2023 Senate elections. The same farming success that made the Netherlands a global model has become a national crisis: the future of food. So, what's next? The Dutch government is now investing billions into buyouts, relocations, and cleaner farming technologies. Farmers are being offered compensation to reduce livestock herds or switch to sustainable methods. But the challenge isn't just Dutch, it's global. By 2050, humanity will need to produce more food in the next 40 years than in all of the past 8,000 years combined, and do it sustainably. The Netherlands, tiny but mighty, may be the testing ground for how the world feeds itself. So, is the Netherlands the model of the future, or a warning of what happens when efficiency comes at an environmental cost? Either way, the fight to feed the world is only just beginning. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.